Hi everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, we are going to talk about the remainder theorem and polynomials greatest common divisor and least common multiple. Before watching this, I hope you already studied those things so you know the basic definition of them. Here are the pretest problems. Please click the pause button and try to solve it for yourself. If you can solve it, then you are ready to watch this video. They are fundamental problems with the remainder theorem and greatest common divisor and least common multiple. If you can solve it for yourself, then let's get started. Here are two problems with the remainder theorem. By solving it, you will be able to learn some useful techniques about the remainder theorem. Okay? Here are the third and fourth problems. They are about greatest common divisor and least common multiple. With those two problems, you can also get some useful technique, but please try to solve it for yourself first. Alright, we just looked through the four problems, and I will give you the solutions of the problems very soon. Before watching the solution part, please try to solve those problems for yourself. It's not important whether you can find the correct answer or not. In 7 seconds, the solution part will appear. Here is the first problem. If we divide the polynomial f of x by x minus 1, the remainder is 1. And if f of x is divided by x minus 2, the remainder is 3. If r of x is the remainder that f of x is divided by x squared minus 3x plus 2, what is the r of 3? Regarding this problem, I would like to give you one tip to solve this problem. When the divisor is the second order polynomial, then the remainder is first order. If the divisor is third order, then the remainder is second order. In our case, the order of the divisor is second order, which is x squared minus 3x plus 2. So, the remainder can be expressed as first order, ax plus b, like a blue line. Here, q of x is a quotient. What we can get from the given condition is that f of 1 is a plus b, which is 1, and f of 2 is 2a plus b, which is 3. If we compute them, we can get to know that a is equal to 2, b is equal to minus 1. So, r of x is equal to 2x minus 1 and r of 3 is equal to 5. This is the solution to this problem. Here, what we need to remember is the tip that I gave you. When the divisor is second order, the remainder is first order. And the divisor is third order, the remainder is second order. Please remember this. Is everything clear? Then let's move to the next problem. Here is the second problem. The function f of x is divisible by x minus 1 squared. And when the function is divided by x minus 2, the remainder is 5. Our goal is to find out the remainder that f of x is divided by x minus 1 squared times x minus 2. By the remainder theorem, what we can get from the problem is that f of 1 is 0 and f of 2 is 5. And we know that the remainder r of x should be second order polynomial because the divisor x minus 1 squared times x minus 2 is third order. So we can just generally think about this form, the general form of second order remainder. right? However, there is a powerful hint of our problem. That hint is the polynomial f of x is divisible by x minus 1 square. What does that mean? It means that right-hand side should be factorized by x minus 1 square because the function f of x is divisible by x minus 1 square, right? It means that the remainder can be expressed as a times x minus 1 square. This form is much easier to solve this problem because it has only one variable. Okay? So we can write the equation like this. All we need to do is find out the variable a. Let's put x equals 2 into the equation. Then this part disappears. Okay? So a is equal to 5. The remainder r of x is equal to 5 times x minus 1 square. This is the solution to this problem. What you need to remember is that if a polynomial f of x is divisible by something, it must be factorized by that thing. Okay? Is everything clear? Then let's move to the next problem. Here is the third problem. There are two polynomials x to the 3 plus ax squared minus x minus 2 and x squared plus bx plus 3, and their greatest common divisor is x minus 1. Our goal is to find out the value a and b and their least common multiple. What is the meaning of the greatest common divisor is x minus 1? It means that x minus 1 is the factor of two polynomials. So, if we put x equals to 1 into the polynomials, they should be 0 like this. So, a is equal to 2 and b is equal to minus 4. Therefore, the polynomials are x to the 3 plus 2x squared minus x minus 2 and x squared minus 4x plus 3 respectively. Each of them can be factorized like this. I believe you can factorize it easily. So, their least common multiple is x minus 1 times x plus 1 times x plus 2 times x minus 3. This is the solution to this problem. Here is one tip that I want to tell you. Let's multiply the two polynomials. Then it becomes like this. Now let's multiply their greatest common divisor and least common multiple. Then it becomes like this. Yes, they are exactly same. Here is an important tip. The multiplication of two polynomials is the same as the multiplication of their greatest common divisor and least common multiple. Please remember this. Is it okay? Then let's move to the last problem. Here is the last problem of this video. Third order polynomial f of x and second order polynomial g of x satisfy those four conditions. Let's check the conditions one by one. Before check the first condition, I would like to show you one simple but very important thing. Suppose that there are two polynomials a and b. Obviously, their greatest common divisor is x minus a. Let's add a and b, then it becomes like this. And if we subtract b from a, it becomes like this. Here is the important tip. Either we add them or subtract them, the result always includes their greatest common divisor as one of their factors. Okay? Based on this, let's check the first condition again. If we put x equals to 1 into the polynomial, it becomes 0. Therefore, we can factorize them by using the synthetic division like this. We learned it from the last video, right? So it becomes x minus 1 times x squared plus 5x plus 8. As we can see just a few seconds ago, their greatest common divisor can be either x minus 1 or x squared plus 5x plus 8. But according to the second condition, their greatest common divisor should be first order. So x minus 1 is their greatest common divisor. By the third and fourth conditions, we can put that f of x equals to x minus 1 times x plus 1 times x minus a, and g of x equals to x minus 1 times x minus b like this. If we add them, it becomes this equation. And this is equal to x minus 1 times x squared plus 5x plus 8. If we compute it, we can get to know that a is equal to minus 3 and b is equal to minus 5. So the solution is f of x equals to x minus 1 times x plus 1 times x plus 3, and g of x equals to x minus 1 plus x plus 5. This is the solution to the problem. Is everything clear? That's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching this. If it was helpful, don't forget to click the subscribe and like button. Then I would see you in the next video, the advanced problem part. Bye bye.